What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with Will Stewart 365, and today we are back with another unboxing and first impressions. This time we are going to be reviewing Parfums de Marly Kalan. But let's see if this fragrance smashes the box. Thanks for coming back and watching the video again. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions from the house of Parfums de Marly, which, to be honest with you, is some of my favorite. It's probably my favorite niche house right now at this point. And I have, decants of several of the fragrances. I have full bottles now. Again, I have picked this one up on a Joma Shop sale. I think this one normally retails. This one here is in the 75 milliliter or the 2.5 fluid ounces. This one was a blind buy for me, Kalan, and the reviews were kind of but some people like it, some people don't. So I wanted to pick it up because of what some people have said, that it has kind of like a BR 540 or like a Mancera Instant Crush type of a vibe. I really like Mancera Instant Crush, so I wanted to see if this one smelled like it. I have never even smelt this one. A complete blind buy for me, and we are going to see if it smells good. So I got the little bottle. Didn't want to go, full giant big, 4.2 fluid ounce or 125 milliliter bottle if I'd never smelled it before. And the reviews, it didn't have a particular scent profile that I necessarily know I'm going to like. I could do it with Herod. I could do it with Ajwan because I know the types, I know the notes, I know the types of fragrances that those are. And I know that I enjoy that specific brand of fragrance. So I will wear it. I will get good use out of it. But I don't want to drop, good money on a fragrance that I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy. But let's open this one up here. From the house of Parfums de Marly. Again, this one opening from the top, and you do get the little Parfums de Marly booklet that gives you a little bit of history about the brand. You do have like an embossed logo on the little safety carton here that you can get. Again, on the inside here you have a flap that holds the bottle in place, and pulling it out, and you can hold it by the lid, but you've got a nice little matte black or matte red, bottle. Here you've got on the bottom, you have the name of the house, the concentration, the name of the fragrance, the batch code, all of that good stuff. So this is an eau de parfum concentration. The batch code for this particular Kalan is 1230074. If you do like batch codes and all of that good stuff. Cap is the same size as the full size bottle. So this cap is going to weigh more than the bottle does itself. These caps, you could kill somebody with one of these if you threw it at them. It is a solid chunk of stainless steel is what it looks like. High gloss finish, fingerprint magnet. The bottle here is nice and cute. The little bottles are nice and cute, man. These are a cute little bottle. But this is in the 75 mil. So we are going to grab a handy dandy test strip, and we are going to spray some of the fragrance on there, and we are going to see what this one smells like. So this one, unlike their bigger brothers, did take one pump to get the fragrance out. So smelling it in the air, it's going to be a little bit earthy. Yeah. Okay. So this doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540 or Mancera Instant Crush at all. This one smells like dirt, but not in a bad way. So it's a very earthy fragrance, and it is, let's see, it's spicy. So I'm smelling like a pink pepper cinnamon note. I'm smelling a patchouli, maybe some kind of nut, like there's a nuttiness in there, a grassy herbal vetiver-esque type of a fragrance as well. I don't know about this one. Maybe cedar. There is some vanilla coming through. I'm getting a cedar wood, spice, patchouli. I don't know. Let's look at the notes. Let's take a look at the notes here, and we'll see what we've got here for Kalan. And open up the app here. So So this is a 2019. This has got a rating of 7.5 on Parfumo. Blood orange in the top. Really? Blood orange. I am not getting orange at all. There's black pepper. So I said pink pepper and spices. So that I get that. Orange blossom. So blood orange in the opening. Black pepper, spices. Orange blossom absolute in the middle. Lavender and a solar note. And then in the base, roasted tonka bean, amber, precious woods, moss, and sandalwood. So there is no cedar in there. There is no patchouli in there. There is no vetiver in there. So obviously I don't know what in the hell I'm talking about. No vanilla. But the tonka bean can sometimes have a vanillic property. That's why you get a lot of tonka bean and vanilla in most vanilla fragrances. So there is that kind of sweetness, that tonka bean sweetness. So that's the sweetness I was getting from. So black pepper, it is black pepper heavy. Spices, it is spicy. And then the earthiness comes from, I don't get lavender at all. Again, this is going to have to be one that I'm going to have to do full wears on. See, this is the Parfums Dermales, that the fragrances aren't linear. They change so much that a lot of the times the opening doesn't smell like the mid. You know, say the first 30-minute dry down, and the first 30-minute dry down doesn't smell like the dry down after an hour. I mean, it smells good in the opening, but it's unique. I like it. I'm gonna give it 7.5 out of 10. Would I wear it? Well, yeah, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it for sure, but it's definitely unique. Now that it's starting to dry down and that spiciness is starting to dissipate, and or my nose is getting used to it, I am starting to pick up a little bit of the floral notes in the mid, but the lavender is blended in such a way that it doesn't really smell like your average lavender fragrance. I'm still not getting any of the orange at all, but I do get the spice in the top. That's prevalent. The roasted tonka bean, maybe that's where you get the earthiness from. Precious woods, I'm guessing that's maybe an oudiness, a moss. Okay, but if it's a particular moss note, it's not an oak moss, but it is a moss. So maybe that's where that earthiness is coming from. Maybe that moss note is very prevalent. Sandalwood, that could also be too where some of that creamy sweetness is coming from. It smells good. I like it. I enjoy it. 7.5 out of 10. So not the best for me, but not bad either. Guys, this is Kalan from Parfums Dermales in the 7.5. Definitely smell this one before you buy it. I wouldn't recommend blind buying this because you may not like it. I like it, but it's definitely one that I would wear on, and this is changing all the time. Every time I smell it, it smells different. So let's say you're like a fragrance connoisseur and you really like fragrances that move and change from moment to moment, then I think you would like it. If you're just a regular guy just looking for a fragrance to go do whatever you're doing, you may not like this one in the opening. I will do a full review on this one later. I'll add it to my list. But yeah, 7 out of 10. I think it's a good one. I think it's good. Is it amazing? Nah. But it's definitely a good fragrance. Am I happy that I bought the small bottle? Probably, because I'm not probably going to wear it a huge amount. But I don't feel like I've wasted money in purchasing it, if that makes sense. Right? From a collection standpoint, from a review standpoint, it adds a new scent profile that's hit my nose and presented notes in a way that I haven't necessarily smelled them before. So that'll help to grow my palette. And there are definitely applications to wearing this. Like, this would be a great fragrance, I think, to wear camping in the fall, if that makes sense. Like, if you were camping in the fall and you wanted, and you with say a date or your partner, and you wanted a fragrance that smelled rusticy, right? Then I think this one would be a good choice. In fact, I'm going on a trip here in the next couple of days, and I think I'm gonna wear this one there because it's kind of more of an outdoor focus. I might take one or two with me, but I think this one is one that I'm gonna take with me to that trip, right? It's definitely getting sweeter. That tonka bean is coming through in the dry down. But guys, it's a good one. I'm gonna up it to an 8. I'm gonna up this one to an 8. Is it my favorite from the house? No. My two favorites from the house right now are Harrod and Layton. I have Ajan as well. Percival, Haldane. This one's gonna go above Haldane, maybe level with Percival. Percival's for me is kind of an overused DNA. Just below Ajan, and then clearly below Leighton and Harrod. I don't have Carlisle or Altair or any of those ones yet. This one's, it's got a uniqueness that is kind of attractive. It's making me interested in wanting to wear it again. I'm rambling, I know, but I'm trying to process. My brain is trying to process the scent memory. I don't get the orange blossom at all. That note completely misses my nose. I am starting to pick up lavender and moss. Like I said, this one smells to me like a hayride. It smells like a hayride in autumn, but it has some floral sweet aspects to it. Anyway, guys, check it out. Make sure you go smell it first, though. Definitely not safe blind buy, in my opinion. Some people may not like this. I'm liking it. It's growing on me. This may be a fragrance that grows on me over time. But guys, check it out. Kalan from Parfums de Marly. Definitely not a cheap one, so you are going to want to get your nose on this before you do it. Make sure you smash that like button and the subscribe button. Thank you guys for comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this fragrance. What do you think it smells like? Do you pick up the blood orange notes? Do you guys, what do you think? What situations would you wear Kalan in? For me, I'm thinking outdoors, camping in the fall, hayride, because it's not like overly sweet. It's got more of an earthy presence, a vibe to it. I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what you think. But we are going to be back again soon for another video. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace. I'm out of here.